رسالتنا للعالم وللمجتمع الدولي بضرورة الضغط على سلطات الاحتلال الإسرائيلي لتوفير الحماية للصحفيين الفلسطينيين، وأيضا بضرورة العمل على إدخال الصحافة الأجنبية إلى قطاع غزة لتوثيق ما يجري على أرض الواقع من عمليات قصف إسرائيلية بحق المدنيين، من استهداف الصحفيين والأطباء، وأيضا من حالات التجويع نتيجة الحصار المشدد الذي تفرضه سلطات الاحتلال الإسرائيلي.
Israel has been preventing foreign journalists from entering the Gaza Strip since the beginning of the war, including actually colleagues from the West Bank. And it's simple to us. It's to control the narrative and making sure that there's only one voice that talks about Gaza. From the beginning of the war, we have demanded access of foreign journalists into Gaza. What we're concerned about is also that some journalists are allowed into Gaza, but they are embedded. Embedding doesn't allow you to the same kind of reporting. You cannot go to the ground. You cannot interview who you want. You cannot visit any site you want. So it's basically limiting the extent of the report that any journalist can have. So we've called for full entry of foreign colleagues, of colleagues from the West Bank, also because on top of the rest, journalists in Gaza are exhausted, and they are themselves calling for the entry of their foreign colleagues because they want them to bear witness. They want them to be able to check and tell the stories, tell what's happening. It's not because there's been a ceasefire, which is actually being questioned as we speak. On the contrary, there's still restrictions. It's still very dangerous on the ground. People have lost their homes. There's loads of stories to tell. People are also still looking for their relatives under collapsed building. It's not back to normal at all. And journalism and the public need foreign journalists in the enclave. So we've called on UNESCO to back our call. We've called on UN to back our call. We've also joined calls of other press freedom groups asking for foreign journalists to be able to enter the enclave. And so far, there's been no response from Israel to this. The Israeli Supreme Court has ordered Israel to review its position. It's given Israel 30 days to do so, and so far nothing's been done. And we fear that with the start of the bombardments, this is simply going to delay if there was any decision to be taken, which we have doubt about, but everything is going to be delayed if there are new bombardments. Another thing that is very important to us that goes beyond just the entry of foreign journalists into Gaza is to also make sure that the civil military coordination center, which is monitoring now the enclave, allows for media equipment to be delivered to journalists, because after 2 years of war, they also don't have the necessary equipment to continue reporting off the ground. It's been damaged, as you can imagine. There's absolutely no newsroom that is still standing. They're working under media solidarity centers, including colleagues from Jazeera, actually, and they badly need equipment. So these equipments need to be allowed in the enclave as well.